Hey everyone, Steph here from Old Guy Melts Plastic. Here I am kicking off another print on my Voron V2 equipped with a Dragon Burner print head, Revo high flow nozzle and hot end, the Annex Engineering Sherpa Mini extruder, the Big Tree Tech EBB36 CAN bus board, and the Beacon Eddy Current Surface Scanner probe. Currently it's going through a quad gantry level, and we do a first pass on the quad gantry at a high elevation just to make sure there's no obstructions, kind of a sanity check. And now it's going to redo the quad gantry at a lower surface where you see it's not raising the Z height of the gantry at all during that scan. And then it completed after a couple of passes. Now it's going to home the printer, and now we're going to kick into a bed mesh probe. This bed mesh is 60 by 63 points, so I'm using CAMP, which is Clipper Adaptive Mesh and Purge, and CAMP will determine where the parts that you want to print are located on the bed and only calculate the bed mesh over that area. And while most people would settle for a 7 or 9 or 11 point by 11 point, 9 or 7 point bed mesh, this is doing a greater than 60 point bed mesh across this small area. So the resolution of the mesh will be much higher, and you can see that it completed that pretty quickly. Here it's preheating the nozzle to printing temperatures, which we can see from my new display here is going to be up to 250 Celsius. The bed is already at 110 Celsius. And so, yeah, thanks again to Big Tree Tech for the Pi TFT50 display that I've added onto the printer. And I'm in transition right now of moving from the old black and brown parts, which I had before, and I'm moving away from and going to the blue and purple parts. So right now my printer is a bit of a mishmash of colors, but that'll change over time as I continue the build. So here it is starting into the print, just brushing the nozzle to clear off any additional filament. And it's doing a purge here in the rough shape of a Voron logo. It's the 3 slashes you see on the face of the tool head there. And what that's doing, it's designed to be blobby like that. It's trying to make sure that the filament is ready to go when it starts printing the actual print files. And here we are, printing the first of the parts. And I've got my first layer dialed in pretty good so that everything sits where it should be on the plate. And yeah, so this is a 6 hour and 46 minute print. I've printed quite a few multi-hour prints in the last few days since dialing in some settings and getting my printer to be a little more stable. So there you have it, the Voron V2.4 R2 with a Dragon Burner tool head. The nice thing about this tool head, it is smaller, as I mentioned. Originally I had a Stealth Burner on here, and the Stealth Burner is a great design, nothing against it, but it is a bit on the heavy side, and so the Dragon Burner's considerably lighter. I did a weight measurement using just a kitchen scale. It's not super high precision, but it gives us a ballpark idea. And I replaced the gantry bar from the original extrusion to this CNC aluminum extrusion. I replaced the XY joint on the ends, the 2 ends here. And from printed parts to, again, CNC aluminum milled parts. And then with the lighter tool head and everything that's happened, the total weight of that moving gantry and the tool head went from 1,131 grams down to 698 grams, if I'm not mistaken. And so the weight savings there, or mass savings, is on the order of close to 40%, give or take. Again, I'm guesstimating. And 40% less mass moving when you're trying to print means basically ultimately less ringing, less printing artifacts, a more stable print head. You're able to move it at faster accelerations with less effort, less energy expenditure. So in theory, you can get faster printing speeds. I haven't dialed in the printing speeds on this yet. That'll be something to look at next, but in the moment, I'm happy to have a relatively stable printer that I can print all my various parts that have been queued up for the last little bit. I've struggled with this printer for the last couple of months, and I'm happy to finally get it to a point where I'm able to print things consistently. Anyway, that's a tour of my new updated Voron V2. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments. Thank you to all the manufacturers and suppliers who have given me these, provided me with these items to upgrade my printer. And we'll see you on the next video. Have a good day.